I'm seeing you, I'm seeing you in this little bubble, and you come down and you float down, and like you're being sent down to Earth. And there's this spot that is waiting for you on the land, and it is like picked out for you. It is the destined spot that you were supposed to go to. This wasn't some random spot that you were brought to. There's like a very specific place, a very specific location that you were sent down to. And so you get earthed. I'm hearing earth schooled. So you get earth schooled, and you're down here in this very specific place. This place is important to you because this is your activation line, is what's coming through. This is like your activation line, your activation location. And you were sent to this particular place, this particular location, to be born, to with the intention of, the purpose of you being in this particular space was to help you see through the facade. I'm hearing of the cracked skin. It's like help you see through the facade even of the physical body, and to understand like what's actually in there, like what you actually are, not this body. So you got sent to this very place where you were sent to, specifically so you could crack open out of your spacesuit at exactly the right time, in exactly the right way. I'm hearing there's nowhere you could go, or nowhere you could like run away from this, or to go away from this. And it seems too like having this happen through an event where there's somebody that you met that very much mirrored you, and there's also a sense of something karmically coming into play that was meant to occur because of the roots that you and this individual had that were connected to one another. I'm hearing in this lifetime. And that was supposed to help you remember who's actually in there, who you are in there. By coming together with this person that triggered you, this person that connected you, this person that you were rooted to. I'm seeing somebody that you are very, very, very extremely connected to, very much intertwined with, and at least felt like that when you were. There's like a lot that exists, a lot that occurs below the surface of your connection with this person. And they were meant to be the catalyst to open you up, to help you remember, to help you to reflect. They were your mirror, they were your looking glass, to reflect back at you what you needed to know, what you needed to remember is inside of you, in your heart chakra, cracking open your heart chakra in the most painful and glorious of ways. But it needed to be so, and it needed to be cracked all the way open. I'm getting like jimmied. It had to be cracked all the way open so you could remember it all. And I'm seeing it like all flood in, all rush in with memory. I'm seeing there be like a hand on your shoulder as you're like having this resurgence, this reoccurrence of memory. I'm seeing you be like very guided and very protected and very watched over. It's like, even though you may have felt like you were going alone through this process, you weren't. You were called to activate. And this helped you start getting ready It helped you realize aspects of your gifts, and it was the beginning of your training for you. It was like your introduction, baptized by fire. And you recognize, like, hey, it's my turn to get things going. It's my turn to get it started, to do what needs to be done here. Yeah, even though you may have felt alone, and even felt alone in this, like, awakening or discovering the discovery, I'm seeing you not be alone at all. You may not be able to see it, but you can sense it, you can feel it. You know it's there. I'm seeing your guides, like, even make particular gestures towards you, like ones of love and whatnot. Comfort and love. Solace and nurturing. I'm seeing, like, these textiles that you're surrounded by, like, as you're walking through this corridor. And I'm seeing a portal that you move towards. And I'm seeing you get this... I don't know how this sound or how this call manifests for you particularly, but there is something calling you. There is a call that you hear. There is a call that you receive. And I'm seeing you, like, maybe not be sure of many things, but you know that it's calling you, and you have made the decision to follow it. And that's what's happening. You are trusting where you're being called. You're trusting where you're being led. And not in a physical way either, you know? This is like where you're led inside, where you're led to be making progress along your journey, what you're meant to be doing, where you're led along your dharmic path. Understanding the greater idea behind all of it, understanding the big picture, and reflecting on that. Feeling what the earth needs and giving it through your connection. And knowing too that just because you pick a particular path, you could have picked out of so many paths and they would all still lead to the same place. There's not just like one way that you have to do it. There are many different ways that you can do this. Many different ways to bring light, to shed light. It's all about doing it with love and doing it with conviction. I'm hearing and doing it with humor and doing it with honor. And just as we say that, your life as a canvas pops out. Manifesting through that space of knowing whichever path I pick, I get to decorate it how I want to. And there's not just one way to do it. There are many different ways to do it. And all of them are going to lead back to the same place. So many paths back home. And I pick this one and I bring my originality to it. I'm hearing I bring my texture to it. This situation that you found yourself in, it allowed you to see so much further beyond just your personal, individual life. It helped you understand... It helped you understand the full, bigger picture of things. Again, not just about your life. It helped you understand, like, life on Earth and the creation of all of this and what is the point of it. It helped you see all the way from here. See, that's the earth, and you're all the way back out here looking at things. And at first, when you started, It was like that zoomed up. It was that zoomed up, and you're that close to the earth. And that was all you knew. Just that like single narrow-minded perspective that you had, because how would you know about like any other perspective and all of that and the intertwining and whatnot? Like, you were just focusing on what was in front of you, and now there's this sense of being pulled so far back out of this. And understanding the importance of doing so with love and with boundaries and all of that, the intention behind how you are creating, what you are creating with, and recognizing that if you want to create from the highest vibration, you have to channel love. The highest source, the highest frequency. And when you get tuned into that right channel, that's the time to emit your frequency. That is the time to emit your frequency. So, once you did your grunt work, it was time to zoom out. And through that zoomed out perspective, and with the narrative that comes with it, it allowed you to crack open, to feel the earth in a different way than you had before, because of this experience you had, this intertwining and then the detangling. And it helped you to remember, I have a path. There are multiple I can choose from. It's about picking one and doing my work. And as you follow the path, as it is unwinding, you are remembering more and more about what you're meant to be doing. It's like these steps that you get. Every time you get you take a step, you get more information, you get new information, and things are just, you are creating as you go. Understanding too that you're creating a portal for others to connect with as well. And when you connect with love, that is how you pull people in most strongly. That is how you emit the signal. And to help and to teach other people as well from your experience. And you trust that what is showing up for you and what is calling to you is for you. And that those are the things that you are meant to be using upon your journey. That you have everything that you need. And every moment is a moment to bring unconsciousness to light. I'm hearing to make it all appeal. Maybe to make it all appear. I'm seeing like water that, like, even if you're above the water, when you look down into it, you can see all the way down to the bottom. Truth, clarity, light. I'm hearing it's not a question anymore. I'm seeing you also be in a space too where before it was like this fear of the void and what it was, and now you're in a space where you're like, I'm the void too. That's also an aspect of me. And what the void like throws up and brings into your life, that's also meant to be a vehicle for healing as well. And through the work and through the healing that you do on yourself, it also like touches and raises the vibration of those around you. It impacts those around you. So whatever frequency you're on, it impacts the people around you. So if your frequency is connected with love, it emits more love and it creates more love. And that is the point. And that is how we heal cumulatively. And never forgetting to enjoy it, to focus on the beauty, to keep the sun in our hearts.